All right, today we're going to talk about partial products and how to use partial products of an answer in order to find out the entire product of a multiplication problem. So a product is just an answer to a multiplication problem. So for example, if I want to do 4 times 3, that's 4 groups of 3, my product would be 12. Okay? To use the idea behind partial products is if you want to break up one of the numbers into different factors, essentially. So if, let's say 2 plus 2 gives me 4. If I wanted to do 3 times 2, which would be 6, and 3 times 2, which would be 6, that's the same as doing 3 times 4, where I get the same answer. That's the whole idea behind partial products, essentially. So let's say that I wanted to do 15 times 3. Well, what I could do is take the value of this digit and the value of this digit and multiply both of those by 3. So this would be 10, and this would be 5. The value of this one is 10. I have 1 10 and 5 in the ones place. So 10 plus 5 is 15. Now if I did 10 times 3, that would give me 30. And 5 plus 3 would give me 15. If I added those together, I would get 45, which is my whole product to this multiplication problem. These are my partial products. Okay? That's one way to do it. Another way to do that is using what we call an area model. Or a window, or some people even call it a box. So I've heard this called multiple things: the box method, window method, area model. Those are all the same thing, essentially. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this exact same problem and I'm going to show you how to multiply it using an area model, a window method, or a box. It's called I like to call it the window method because it looks like a big window. So my first number has 2 digits, so I'm going to have 2 panes in my window. See how that looks kind of like a window, sort of? So I'm going to multiply the value of my first digit, which would be 10, and the value of my second digit, which would be 5. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm taking the value of each digit and I'm expanding it. I'm taking the number and I'm writing it in expanded form over the top. And I'm going to multiply both of these values by the other factor, which is 3. So think of this number as moving horizontally, and these numbers move vertically. And when they intersect, that's where the multiplication comes in. So 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 5 is 15. And what you'll notice is I got the same partial products as I did with this method, only this time it's a little bit more organized. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both boxes and I'm going to add the boxes. When I add the boxes, I'm going to do 30 plus 15, which gives me 45. Okay. Now this also works with bigger numbers. Let's try a 3-digit number. Let's not go overboard. Let's change this number from 15 to 154. So let's do 154 times 5. So if I do 154 times 5, it's very similar to my first problem. I'm going to take the value of each of these digits, and this is a 3-digit number, so my window is going to have 3 panes. Just like that. So now the value of this 1 is 100. I'm going to put that right on top. The value of this 5 is 50. And the value of this 4 is 4. I'm just going to expand that all together. And when I'm done, I'm going to add all 3 panes. And I'm going to multiply each of those numbers by 5. Now remember, the 5 moves horizontally and those numbers move vertically. And where they intersect is where you're going to multiply. So 5 times 100 is 500. Another trick here is that you could just do 5 times 1, which is 5, and then drop your 2 zeros down. 5 times 50 is 250. So 5 times 5 is 25, and then I drop my 0 down. And then 5 times 4 is 20. Now I'm going to add each of my 3 boxes together. 500 plus 250 plus 20. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. So my product is 770. I will show you in another video how to do the double digit by double digit multiplication.